make it a better place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us see it.
Hi, this is Mary and Megan from Mary's Stamping Happenings. This is Tips and Techniques Tuesday, and today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing masking. The Stampin' Up! Products we will be using today, we're going to be using the Lovely as a Tree stamp set, the Teeny Tiny Wishes stamp set. We're going to be using an 8.5 by 5.5 inch cardstock. I've got River Rock here. And a vanilla cardstock, 3 3/4 by 5 inches. You're going to need a pad of sticky notes or copy paper and some two-way glue pen. Today we're also going to be using chocolate chip and soft suede and a few other colors of ink. And we're going to be using the large oval punch and the scallop oval punch. And we're going to be using the 3/16 corner rounder. You'll also need some scrap cardstock. Oh, I've got Very Vanilla and Cherry Cobbler here. So what we're going to do is first of all, we're going to prepare our masks. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to use some soft suede in the oak tree. And I'm going to put it on the sticky notes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut that out. Just like this. And I've got one cut out with the pine tree. You can also use, if you have a big stamp and you want to use it, you can use a piece of copy paper and it'll work just the same. Now what you want to do is you want to look at the scene you're wanting to do, and the first stamp you're going to stamp is the stamp that is most out front, the one that is closest to you. The second stamp, you're going to mask that off, and then you're going to stamp the second stamp that's right behind that or just a little further away from the main stamp. Then the last stamp, after you mask that off, the last stamp is the one that's furthest behind. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some artichoke, always artichoke, and stamp the pine tree. I like always artichoke on the pine tree because it looks more piney than any of the bright greens. And again, this is the one that's going to be out front. We're going to stamp that. And if you use sticky strip, or if you use sticky notes, you can, and the sticky wears off, just use some of the two-way glue pen. And the two-way glue pen is permanent if it's wet, and if it dries, it's removable and temporary adhesive. So I'm just going to put that on. Then I'm going to take the single other tree, the oak, and I'm going to stamp that. You can stamp it over it or next to it or whatnot. Then I'm going to take that and I'm going to mask that off. And I'm going to take some chocolate chip. And I'm going to use this set of stamps, ink those up. And I'm going to stamp over that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, while the mask's still on, I'm going to use my Sponge Daubers and I'm going to color it in. However you want to color it, I'm going to color it in. through the magic of time and already doing this 3 times. Once you get it all colored in the way you want it, you're going to remove the masks. You see how those are in the background and these are in the foreground? And this is how it looks after I have done all of the Sponge Daubers. I just want to tell you a hint also with the Sponge Daubers. You see I've labeled each of the Sponge Daubers with its name, and I keep them in little sandwich bags by color family, so they're always there and the Sponge Daubers don't get mixed up, and I don't use them on other ones, on other colors. All I'm going to do is with the glue dots. Lately I've been using a lot of glue dots. I got to order some more. But I'm going to attach my scene to the front of the cardstock. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink up the happy birthday, because I need a male birthday card, and Lovely as a Tree really goes well with the male birthdays. And I'm going to punch that out. I'm going to punch out the scallop from Cherry Cobbler. I'm going to attach the happy birthday to the Cherry Cobbler. And I'm going to attach and you can attach it up on the top or on the corner. And there you have it. Using masking, you have the scene where the pine tree is in the front and the trees are all behind it. Thanks for stopping by and visiting. This is Mary and Megan, Tips and Techniques Tuesday. Happy stamping.